Okay, finding more trig ratios using the unit circle. Cosine 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 is in the top left quadrant. It's 135 degrees. And the cosine ratio is supposed to be x over r, but since r is 1, all we really need is our x coordinate. And the x coordinate there is minus root 2 over 2. On some unit circles, they just write this minus 1 over root 2, and in fact, that's the way I learned it. But if you want the version with a rational denominator, which technically we should, then this is your winning value. Cotangent. Well, I don't have that one memorized, but I know that tangent of 5 pi by 3 is y over x. And so it's going to be minus root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So you find 5 pi by 3, which is 300 degrees. You get its y coordinate divided by its x coordinate. Now, minus root 3 over 2, instead of dividing that, you can multiply by the reciprocal, like so, and that gets you minus root 3. The trouble is that's tangent. The cotangent is the reciprocal of that. So cotangent 5 pi by 3 is going to be minus 1 over root 3. And if you rationalize that, it becomes minus root 3 over 3. Tan 600. Well, they don't have 600 on the unit circle. Is there a coterminal angle that would mean the same thing? You remember how to find those? If you have 600 degrees and you want an angle coterminal to it, you can just take 360 degrees off it, and you get 240. And yeah, that's on the unit circle. It's in the bottom left quadrant. It has coordinates of minus 1/2 comma minus root 3 over 2. So again, if we're doing the tangent, we're going to do the y coordinate. To save space, I'm not going to do the division part. I'm going to go straight to multiplying by the reciprocal of the x coordinate. The negatives cancel out, the 2's cancel out, and we get simply root 3. And finally, cosecant 3 pi. Again, this is too big. 3 pi is not on our unit circle as given, but it's easy enough to find a coterminal angle. You do 3 pi minus 2 pi. So if 3 pi doesn't work, just use pi. Now, the other trouble is cosecant is not one of the familiar trig ratios. Cosecant is 1 over sine. So 1 over sine pi is what we're looking for. We turn cosecant into 1 over sine, and instead of 3 pi, we're using this coterminal angle. Now, pi is over on the far left of the unit circle. It's equivalent to 180 degrees. And so the sine is the y coordinate of that point, which is 0. So we get 1 over 0, which equals, it's undefined. Not our fault. They asked for a value that we couldn't do. So the cosecant of 3 pi is undefined because it's 1 divided by 0.